Hello. Oh God, I look so short. I look so short. Oh no. To be fair, the laptop's it's on my windowsill at the minute. It's the wide. I've got a new webcam to go on top of my laptop for live streaming, and it's like a wide angle lens, which is great because you can see my whole kitchen. Ta-da! Bad thing is, makes me look very short, which I am. So, hi everyone.
You want some high heels?
No, I don't want some high heels. Hi everyone. Yeah, I haven't done a live stream in a while, but I just realized actually the last live stream that I did with Titi, and we were making a chocolate cake, and now I'm decorating a chocolate cake. So actually, this has worked out pretty well. It's the same recipe that I used last time. So if you look at the last live stream I did, same recipe. I have got 2 layers of chocolate cake that I'm going to be making into a layer cake. It was my sister's birthday on Thursday, and it's my dad's birthday today. So they're getting a joint cake because they are. And yeah, this is just like, it's not necessarily a how-to because I do have like tutorials on my blog already, but it's just like a hangout and chill and chat with me whilst I make cake. It's just going to be like a super simple layer cake. I'm going to make some buttercream in a minute. I'm going to frost it. I've got some really funky sprinkles that I need to use up. So you can help me decide which color. I'm thinking rainbow, but I'm open to suggestions. But yeah, how have you guys been? You're loving the blue look. Thank you. If anyone's English and watches EastEnders, I feel like I look a bit like Pat Butcher today because I've got blue eyeshadow and massive earrings. But yeah, that was the theme for today. Don't know why. Thank you. Blue is like my favorite color. So I have my iPad with my own recipe up because I don't know my own recipe. The recipe I've got the recipe on my blog for the frosting that I'm going to be using. But it's pretty simple. And yeah, we're going to cut this up, put some salted caramel in it as well because chocolate and salted caramel just. So yeah. Oh, I got lots of people. Hello. Very 80s. Yeah, I guess. We need some like 80s music going on in the background as well. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's been a while since I did a live stream just because like I'm working same as normal, just from home. So any free time I've got, I'm trying to like do that self-care thing, which is mostly involved going outside on a picnic blanket because the weather's been really good recently. And I've been reading a new book series, which a lot of you suggested to me, which is The Raven Cycle. And I'm on the final book. Dear Lord. Just please feel free to come into like my Instagram DMs or something and scream about The Raven Cycle with me because TT's at least 2 books behind me and it's driving me crazy. And yeah, it's a very, very good series. And yeah, it's been nice just chilling out. So yes, you are going to want cake so badly, but this is a super easy recipe. So yeah, The Raven Cycle is absolutely worth reading. It's just really, it's basically like The Marauders, but also not. Like, it's very different, but like it is just that good like found family friendship vibes, and it's very fantastical but very grounded in reality, which is really cool. I like it a lot. I'm not sure whether to cut my layers now or wait until I've done the icing. I might cut them now. You're not going to be able to see anything. Titi?
Yeah?
Would you bring me a box? Please?
What kind of box?
Like a hefty box, like the box I have for the clay. Thanks. Did I skip the third? No, I just inhaled the book at a rate of knots. Look how wide screen this lens is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I got all this arm space. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna hope that's. Oh, look at that! That's the perfect height. Okay, I hope that's gonna be sturdy enough. Then I've got This is a turntable. This is, oh, that's exposed a lot. There you go. This is a vital piece of equipment if you're decorating a layer cake, because you can use it to ice and you can use it to cut. Are you okay? Boo-boo, come here. Oh no. This is my friend Boo Boo. Hi, do you want to be picked up? Ooh, sorry, Bubby. This is my new friend Boo Boo. This is not my cat. This is my neighbor's cat. But I'm looking after him this week because my neighbor's away. He's not living with me. He just comes into my house because he's lonely. Poor baby. So Boo Boo's going to be hanging out with us as well. He keeps begging me for food, but this is not something I'm used to because my cat Ollie never begs for food. He doesn't like human food. He's really not a food motivated cat, whereas this cat is like, give me whatever you're eating. So I was eating a hot dog for lunch and he was just staring at me. Cutting, right. Oh, this is going to be different. I might just use the board to cut, actually. I'm not going to use the turntable. I got these new pieces of equipment specifically for this video. You're welcome. But I've never used these before. These are I'll show you what they're meant to do. These are like knife levelers. Where's my knife? Oh no, where's my knife? It's in here. So apparently you clip these to your knife. Apparently. Okay, that's working. And then they keep it level when you're cutting. Like that, see? However, that might work. Basically, I need to split both of these cake layers into two. I need to level off the top as well. So, okay. So if that's going to be our lowest point, then we need to take it down one notch. So see how that levels like that? It's pretty cool. I've not used this before, so if it doesn't work, well, that's just the name of the game, isn't it? Okay, I think this is going to work. Well, it might be a little bit short. Oh, it's really hard to what?
He was just exploring the house and he scared himself in the bathtub.
He jumped into the bathtub?
Yeah.
I think I've got a new cat. No, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I usually spend 3 hours or so decorating cakes, and I haven't got an audience, so forgive me. Yes, Boo Boo is very cute, and Titi is making a racket in the background. Yep. Your cat's sitting with me? Cute. This is my kitchen. Yes, welcome. I usually have, these are my plant pots in the back, and this is Mary Berry who's watching over me. I usually have them all up here, but I didn't want the light behind me today, so I put this up on the windowsill, and yeah. Welcome to my kitchen. This is where all the magic happens. Or not, because... Okay. I'm just going to go for this, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut as far in as I can, because this won't actually go through the whole cake because it's blocking. But I'm going to cut all the way around and then take one of them off, and then at least I have a level line. Let me tilt this down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. That's better. Oh, amazing. Wow. Why didn't I do that before? Oh my God. I'm new at this, okay? Give me a second. Okay, so that's cut all the way around. Oh, look at this. This is a nice sticky top. That's fine. We're going to eat the top of the cake anyway, so it's fine. And I'm going to take this one off. And just make sure I follow the line through. And then I should have a perfectly cut cake. Look at that. Ta-da. I'm quite impressed with myself there. Because you can get those cake levelers that are like they're like these big arches and then they have wire across them, but I always find them really hard to like use to cut cakes with because you can't cut cake with a wire really, especially if it's a dense chocolate cake like that. So that was like £3 on Amazon. Magic. So need to cut that one next. Look how good that cake layer is. See? That can go over there, and then we're going to do the exact same thing with this one. And this is the best bit because I get to eat all the scraps. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Okay. Same thing again. Just cut as far as I can all the way around. And now you can do something like fancy with your cake scraps and make like cake pops or something, but I just eat them. Take this one off. Take it all the way through. Oh, wow. Ta-da. Magic. See, I get all of that to eat. I need a plate. Oh, okay. I got my lunch plate. No, it's got ketchup on it. Hold on. Now I've got 2 perfect cake layers. And now I'm going to do it with the other one. The kind of thing is awesome. Yeah, cake scraps are top-notch cake food, snack food, whatever. Do that. Okay. Next one. What else have we been up to in lockdown? What else have we been up to, TT? Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot of drawing. That's been really nice. Like both me and TT are like artists. I don't know. We do a lot of drawing in our free time anyway, but neither of us have really drawn in a very long time. Ooh, this is a thick one. Ta-da. Because I don't know. I think I'm someone who only really draws if like they have a lot of inspiration or if like I'm excited about something or I don't know. Huh?
Or time.
Time is also a very big one, yeah. Let's make sure I take that off, otherwise that's going in the cake and we don't want that in the cake. So yeah, it has a massive amount to do with time and also just energy because if I'm not in the mood to draw, I don't want to draw something that's like going to be bad and then decrease my morale even further. But cute! Look at you! I have a serious with me.
I love watching you cut the top of the cake off. I'm always so impressed. I don't like, even when you don't have these, you're so level with it, and I would fuck that up.
Yeah, but
so
it stresses
hard.
me out much more when I don't have this. This has been very beneficial for my mental health. And we have so many cake scraps. Look, we have that entire piece.
Hell yeah! Wait, can I eat some?
Yeah.
Sick.
But yeah, we've been doing lots more drawing recently. You might have seen on Instagram and stuff, or if you're like, if you're on our Patreons, we've been posting some drawings on our Patreons. It's just been nice. Look at that.
Look how pretty! Like, how do you do that?
Magic. Cool. Oh, I'm very happy with that. Is it good cake?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's really yummy.
What have people been saying?
I've been reading and having my daily run
Oh,
down by our town driver. What does that mean?
What's that?
Run down by our town driver? What does that mean?
Town
Did you get
river.
run
You
over?
can't read. River. Town river. We've been running down by the river. What's wrong
Oh
with you?
my gosh. It's the contacts. I can't see very well.
Oh, okay. I was just like, when did he suddenly become blind?
Like, that's my job.
Yeah,
You bought a Gryffindor Quidditch jumper?
I've got one of these as well. Have fun.
Okay, this cake is bomb.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is good. Just made my nails all pretty. It's got like
Gryffindor nails.
It's
Like red nail polish and gold.
yeah, it's like gold leaf. It's so cool. I don't know if you can like. Yeah, it's so fancy. I've never had fancier nails than living here.
Oh look, this is a sneak peek of our next live stream. My friend got me this sculpt box, which basically has a bunch of clay in it, and you can make like little trinket trays and stuff. And I'm delighted, and I'm gonna make sure we live stream when we do it because it's very fun. I think I need to make the frosting now. I hope this is gonna be enough. I might need to double up.
We're gonna look over in 5 seconds, and that's gonna be gone. So just so you know,
That's a lot of cake. I'd be very impressed if you could eat that much cake. There's webcammers.
The question isn't could I. The question is how fast.
I like some cake too.
Yeah.
I take that much. You take that much. Okay. I'm gonna double up this frosting recipe because I'm scared I won't have enough because this is a pretty big layer cake. I got this fun new scraping tool. I'll show you. Wow, it'd be cool if I could open it. It's a scraping tool that you use when you're icing cakes, but it has like a stripy side on it, so I can make cake stripes if I wanted to. But I'm very tired, and I don't want it to go wrong, and for me to have another mental breakdown because we all know what happened when I made gnocchi. So, see, it's like that. So I will try it one day, but today I think I'm just going to do chocolate frosting, and then I'm going to do fun sprinkles, and it'll taste delicious. It's fine.
I'm gonna go film because I am dying of heat in this jumper.
Oh God, yeah, okay. We'll open up the windows and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Peace.
If you hear any TikTok dances in the background, that's TT
That'll be
filming.
me.
You look so. I haven't seen you with the blue contacts in a while. It's like you walked in and I was like, who the fuck is that? No, I don't like it. Did I manage to save the bread buns? So if you see my Instagram story yesterday, I tried to make ice buns, which are basically just like sweet, like finger rolls, and then you just cover them in like icing, and you know they're like a staple in British culture because everyone had them at like school dinners, or at least I did anyway. I don't know about anyone else, but I really wanted to make some, and they failed because it was a really hot day, and it's really weird. My kitchen, my house in general, is like north facing, so it never gets any sun on it, so it's very like cold in here. So I can never make any bread because it won't prove because it's so cold. So I put it outside in the sun, like like a wrapped in plastic, and it was very hot and it exploded. But I salvaged it and I just reproved it and redid it, and apparently it was fine. TT thought they were delicious. I wasn't happy with them, but never mind. Okay, I'm gonna need 225 times 2. That's 450. Wow, maths. I know I have enough. I think I do. So what's in one? That's 250. Oh yeah, I definitely have enough. Cool. Cool. Reading my own recipe. Oh, first have to melt chocolate. Okay, I can do that. Just have to melt it in this bowl. Okay. I just got plain old dark chocolate. How much do I need? 3 ounces. 6 ounces. Need to get what's the fluid ounce? That's ounce. Okay. Baking with Jess. Hi, Boo Boo. Hey, sweet boy. That's 3. Might need 2 bars. That's 6.4. We can use the whole bar. That's fine. I should go get my glasses, but I don't know where they are. But I don't like to wear glasses when I'm like filming something like this because the sun just glares off them and I can't see and you can't see my face. So bear with me. The text on this is really fucking small. Hi, Cammy. The cake is for my sister and my dad because Molly's birthday was on Thursday and my dad's birthday is today. So aren't they lucky to have such an amazing baker daughter? Not Play-Doh dark chocolate, plain old dark chocolate. You always burn the chocolate on the microwave? Yeah, that's really tricky. I'll show you like how to do it and not burn it. The trick is to just do it like 10 seconds at a time. Or here's the thing. Depending on the amount of cocoa butter in chocolate, it depends on how it melts. So like white chocolate, which is pretty much all cocoa butter and fat, melts really, really quickly. Milk chocolate is kind of in the middle and dark chocolate takes a little bit longer to melt. So the key is to just break it up into little pieces like that. You could use a bain-marie, which is like a bowl over like a saucepan of boiling water. But I just think they're a big faff. And I think if you know how to do it in the microwave, then do it. And I would microwave this for like 20 seconds and just in 20-second intervals. And then as soon as it starts to melt quite a bit, then do it in 10-second intervals. And if you have a few lumps in it at the end, the residual heat of the chocolate will carry on melting. I've blocked my microwave with my plants. 1 second. These guys can go over here. Sorry, Mary. You can go over here. You can go over here. Thank you very much. Cool. My kitchen is a jungle. So just do it for 20 seconds. And don't use any metal in the microwave, obviously. I'm just saying it because I've done it before, not because I think all of you are idiots. It's an easy thing to do. Get my glasses? No. The aesthetic. Yeah, if you melt chocolate over hot water on the stove, it's an easy thing to do, but I'm just lazy. So that hasn't even like, that's like the tiniest bit melted. Like you can only just see like residual like melting at the bottom. So it will need to go for like 20 seconds at a time for a while. But yeah, never just whack it in the microwave for like 3 minutes and melt it because you'll end up with burnt chocolate and that tastes disgusting. Just for the Great British Cooking Show. Did you not see how the buns went? I can't go on the Bake Off because I can't do anything with yeast in it. And that's just, and they always do bread week as the first week. So I'd be gone in the first week and I can't do that to myself. So no, thank you. Okay, that's getting a little bit more melty, but we're looking for a bit more. Ooh. Burnt chocolate is a bitch to get off the microwave. You're correct. So, also, if anyone has any like good baking shows for me to watch whilst in lockdown, please let me know, because they took the Bake Off off Netflix, which is ridiculous. And obviously, it's not on BBC because they don't have it on BBC anymore, and it's on Channel 4. But I can't watch it on Channel 4 catch up because I have to have adverts in between, and it just ruins everything. So it's just really sad. Here we go. That's getting pretty melty. Can you see how, like, when I melt it, all the like squares just start like molding into one? So this is the point where I do it for 10 seconds. And you want to like agitate all of the chocolate because it spreads the heat around. So just 10 seconds. But yeah, so if anyone's got any baking programs to recommend to fill the hole in my soul that is the Great British Bake Off, I'd be very grateful. Okay. I think just one more, because there's like some pretty big blocks in there, but it's pretty much melted. One more 10 seconds, and then that'll be good. Oh, I have watched Nailed It actually. It's just I really like British baking shows because I watched a lot of like American cooking and baking shows, and they always like, and even Australian, like they follow the same format and they're very like intense, and they always have intense music, and then all of the contestants are like really dramatic, or they're giving this, like, the poor contestants are given this script by producers where they have to like say really dramatic things, and it just doesn't like sound very authentic. Whereas like on British like shows like that, you just got the contestants being like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's just none of it's scripted, and it's much more like cozy and like, I don't know. I just prefer it. But I did see on Netflix, they just released like a flower competition show where like flower artists and flower sculpturists like make sculptures out of flowers. I don't know if anyone else has seen that on Netflix, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks really fun. And I was like, oh, I hope it's not like an American show. And I watched the trailer and it was British immediately, and I was like, yes. So that's going to be like my next binge on Netflix, because that looks like exactly what I want. It's basically the Great British Bake Off, but flowers. So that sounds good to me. Dark is better than milk. I think in baking it is, because especially when you're doing something like icing or cake or basically anything that has sugar in it, because I don't like dark chocolate by itself because it's too bitter for me. But when you put it in like baking, you're just putting it in there for the chocolate flavor, because all the sugar and stuff that's going to be in the icing is going to make up for the bitterness. So if you like put milk chocolate in stuff like frosting and cakes, it's just going to taste sweet, and you're not actually going to get a lot of chocolate flavor. It's going to be overly sweet, which is why in stuff like cookies and stuff like that, like chopped up dark chocolate is something I prefer anyway. I got some really fancy cocoa powder for the cake that I made the cake with. It's basically, I don't know if anyone else bakes. Whenever I read like baking recipes on other people's blogs, they always say use Dutch processed cocoa powder. And I'm like, what the fuck's that? I just use cocoa powder. Like I've only ever used cocoa powder, but I actually like looked up what that was recently. And apparently I don't know why it's called Dutch processed. Maybe like the Dutch invented it. I don't know. They basically put the cocoa powder through like an alkaline process, which makes it much darker and richer. So you get like a much darker color to your bakes and a much like richer chocolate flavor. So I ordered some on Amazon again. And yeah, it was like way more expensive than something you'd buy in the supermarket. But I got quite a lot of it. I made like, 2 big cakes out of like maybe half of this. Yeah, I only used like 100 grams of it, and there's 250 grams in this. And I mean, I definitely think there's a difference. I just really like the darker color. And I think I use cocoa powder. Oh, I do. I use cocoa powder in this, so that should give it like a nice dark color as well. But yeah, that's something to try if you're into baking and like chocolate. Try getting some Dutch processed chocolate. Basically, it's like alkaline cocoa powder. but it's good. I think that's a win. Someone's asking me about the scamming thing. I got scammed the other week. My fault, but I think at the minute, like, email scams are like rife, and I don't know. I think my email must have like got leaked to some list or whatever, and so I've been having a ton of scam emails. And unfortunately, I got a really good one about my TV license. In the UK, you have to have a TV license to basically fund the BBC because the BBC has no adverts. So you basically pay like £100 or so every year to fund the British Broadcasting Service. But I knew my TV license was about to run out, and so I've been thinking the past few weeks, going, oh, I need to like see when it runs out and when I need to renew it, because you're not allowed to like have a TV if you don't have a TV license. It's really weird. Like, you don't get found out really, but they do have like patrols and stuff, and if like they find out you have a TV and they find out you don't have a TV license, like, you get in trouble. So it's you just have to have a TV license. But I got a scam email saying, oh, your TV license is up, click, renew it here. And I was like, oh shit, I knew it was up. So I clicked through, and it was a very, very good email. They would like completely like double the official TV licensing like website. And also it was really early in the morning, and I was just tired, and I was like, okay, yeah, need to renew it, put in my payment details. And as soon as I like clicked next, because I was expecting them to because I put in my payment details, and then I was expecting them to like give me a payment plan or give me like a reference number, and I didn't get anything. And I was like, that's weird. And then instantly I was like, fuck. So like literally like a couple minutes later, I phoned my bank and got all my cards cancelled. So I didn't like have any money taken out. It was just funny because I'm buying a lot of like weird online things to just entertain myself in this lockdown. So I've been having lots of weird like parcels come to the door. And then obviously I couldn't use my card for a week whilst the new one like was sent to me in the post, and I just was annoyed because I wanted to buy clay to make jewelry, which I still haven't bought, but that's because my friend sent me some clay here. So that was a very long-winded story about how I got scammed. But moral of the story is just be careful, because since then I've got like several ones being like, oh, your payment card was declined for Netflix and stuff like that. So just be really careful. I was too tired to take notice. I'm really annoyed because I work in IT, and I'm like trained to like spot these scams, and because they didn't spot it, I was like, God damn it. It's really annoying. Oh, but anyway. Nah, it wasn't too bad, but thank you for asking. A scam? What is a scam? It's like someone who basically tries to steal your credit card information so they can like take money out of your bank. So they'll, set up like a fake thing to get your payment card details, and then if they had that, they were going to take money out of my bank, but I cut them off, so it was fine. Yeah, but it's mad. The only other time I've been scammed, somehow someone got hold of my like PayPal login. And I remember getting an email. This was a couple years ago. I remember getting an email one day that was like, thank you for your, or, you get those emails from PayPal when you pay for something via PayPal. And it was like thigh-high leather boots. And I was like, I have not ordered any thigh-high leather boots. I mean, I was like, who's ordered this? And I went into like my PayPal, and a couple of things had been bought from somewhere in Russia. And I was like, okay, that's not me. But again, like PayPal are pretty good with like refunding you money and stuff. It was just the fact that it was like, thank you for your order of thigh-high leather boots. And I was like, well, if I did order them, I can't wear thigh-high anything. I'm like vertically challenged. So, okay, butter. I have my KitchenAid Pearl in the back there. If you are part of my Patreon and are familiar with the Baking with Jess series, you'll be familiar with Pearl. She is my life and joy. Don't know why she's called Pearl. She just is. Oh, he doesn't like that. Sometimes this bowl is too heavy for my scales, but then sometimes it's not, so I always try it. But we need 450 grams of butter. In this recipe, I usually use, hi boo boo, I usually use salted butter because salt and chocolate works really well together, but I don't have any salted butter, so I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to this after I'm done. And can't you? No. So Also, your butter needs to be soft, so it needs to be squidgy like that and not like hard from the fridge. This is a little bit too soft. I might whip up the butter whilst it's cold, but then put it in the fridge for a little bit, because if your butter's too soft and you try and make buttercream, it can become like oily sometimes. 66. Oh, damn. That's 66. Then, so that would be like 300. So then I need 150 of this. Hello. What's the matter? 100 and not that much. Okay. They're all good. Need Hi, buddy. Oh, both of you are here. Hi, buddies. They're not quite best friends, Boo Boo and Ollie, yet. They put up with each other, but Boo Boo's definitely like the alpha. And so Ollie's scared of him. So he's like really jumpy whenever Boo Boo's in the house. But Ollie's also like a baby and he needs to learn like not to annoy older cats. So like they never fight, but sometimes Boo Boo, like Ollie will annoy him and Boo Boo will just like swat him. Which he usually deserves, so. Okay, so that's 450 grams of butter. I'm not used to having a black cat. They just disappear into the shadows and then I'll suddenly like nudge into him and he'll like look very wounded, but he's black, I can't see him. Where is my, here we go. So I like to use a paddle like this and I'm making frosting because especially when I'm like making a layer cake, I don't like to whip too much air into the butter because then you get air bubbles and it's really hard to get like a smooth surface. Basically, I'm just gonna whip up the butter for a while and it just needs to whip for like 3 or 4 minutes until it's like pale and fluffy. Be nice to each other. Oh, I've got hiccups now. Your cats wrestle each other for dominance. Lovely. I love black cats too. It makes me really sad that like black cats are always like left in like adoption shelters and stuff. I would have got a black cat when I got Ollie, but there were none in the shelter. And Ollie's a very pretty cat. Black cat with white paws, yeah, like the tuxedo cats with like the white chest. They're really cute. Whose birthday cake? Is my dad's and my sister's joint birthday cake. They're just dealing with a joint birthday cake. Yes, he is having a cat holiday in my house. And I've got a cat on my glass. I'm gonna need 100 grams of cocoa powder. Okay. I have no spoon left. I am the cool cat lady. Thank you. All of my utensils are in the dishwasher. I should learn to just wash my utensils once I've used them, but I'm lazy. I want to make a carrot cake. Because I don't think I've made a carrot cake before, but I think I've said this in like the last 3 live streams. I'm like, I'm going to make a carrot cake, and I never do. Because Titi keeps eating my carrots that I buy for the carrot cake, because Titi really likes just eating carrots and hummus. What flavor would I recommend for a rainbow cake? You make it up for Maddie's birthday? Cute! I usually just do vanilla, like a plain vanilla sponge, and then color it, because sometimes it can be a bit weird, like eating a piece of like rainbow cake and it having like a flavor other than vanilla, you know? But yeah, it depends what you like. Because you could always do like a red velvet layer for the red layer, but that would be like really complicated. So just do vanilla. Ooh, that's what I use that for. Yeah, I've been really sad because this is like May and June are like the month of birthdays in my life, because everyone I know seems to have a birthday in either May or June. So I always end up making a lot of cakes in May and June, but I haven't really been able to make anyone cakes because everyone's been in lockdown, and either, you know, I can't get to them, or like it's like not safe sometimes to give people baked goods if they're like at risk. So I'm glad I'm making a cake now. Okay, that's kind of fluffy. I need to get something from the top cupboard, so don't mind me as I climb around. Okay, I'm gonna mix up, like grind up some salt. Where's my salt? Where's my salt gone? What? Titi? Where's the salt? Titi? Yeah, do you know where the salt is?
Should be in the cabinet.
It's not.
What?
I lost it.
Oh no. It was there.
I know. Where is it gone? You have a higher point of view.
Higher vantage point.
Yeah.
But also I'm wearing contacts that blind me, so.
It's here.
How many dumbasses does it take to find the salt?
2, apparently. How's sewing going?
Good.
Okay, never mind. So this is pretty chunky sea salt, and I don't want like chunks of salt in the buttercream, so I'm just taking a tablespoon and I'm going to grind it up with I don't know.
Do it.
Is it? Yes, of course. Is this the pestle or the mortar? I never know.
The vessel with the pestle. We gotta watch Court Jester.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Just why we gotta watch it.
So then I'm going to add the salt and the cocoa powder to the butter.
I'm hipping.
You are.
Good.
Good job. Thank you. I told them the story of how I was scammed.
Oh my god! Oh,
So annoying.
it was so frustrating.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you lose any money?" And I'm like, "No, I lost no money.
Just my dignity.
Just my dignity and the fact that I couldn't buy clay."
Which someone then bought you, so.
Yes, exactly. Hello. Oh, that felt weird. Chewing on my shoulder. Oh, look how dark it's gotten. Because the the special cocoa powder. It goes really dark with the special cocoa powder. Oh, it's really
That's delicious.
delicious. Okay, so we've had the cocoa and the something.
I like how I just come in to like reach tall things for you and eat cake.
What would I do?
My purpose in life.
Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of like just a teaspoon of coffee granules. If you have espresso powder, then use that, but I don't. I'm just gonna combine it. Where did I? You're blocking my view of everything.
I'm the apple of your eye.
You are.
The apple in your eye.
I'm just gonna use like a small teaspoon, and then I'm gonna mix it with a bit of what?
You have to crush it.
If you want to crush it, yeah, sure. I'm gonna mix it with milk, but
Don't crush it.
it's the small things in life.
See, it'll mix with milk easier
That's
because
right.
I'm crushing it.
Yeah, crushing it. Yeah, we're making espresso powder. You don't have to do the step. Titi just wants to do it. Thank you. So this is just butter and the cocoa powder, but you can see how dark that is because of the special cocoa powder that we used. So yes, that will be very chocolatey. This is going to be a chocolate cake. You got something playing in the other room?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'm leaving again.
I can hear voices in the background. I'm like,
Forgot to shut off my phone. Bye.
Just want to scrape the sides. So I'm gonna add a tiny bit of milk to this just so it's dissolved before I put it in, so I don't get any like granules of coffee, which would not be good. I don't like coffee, and you don't have to do this, but again, it's one of those like flavor enhancers when you do anything to do with chocolate. So like salt is really good with chocolate, which is why I like sprinkle a bit of sea salt whenever I make like chocolate cookies. And coffee is another one. So, and you can't taste the coffee in it; it just brings out the flavor of the chocolate, which is going to be really strong anyway. So, as I said, this is going to be very chocolatey. So that's mostly mixed together. I'm just going to add that in there. And whip it again. And then I believe I add the milk chocolate. Yeah. So I'm going to take my bowl of more chocolate and add this to that. Okay. We're gonna mix that together. Oh, I just got so much chocolate in my hair. I didn't realize I had a big lump on my thumb. Why? Replay that in slow-mo. Where is that? I'm sure I got it in my hair somewhere. No, I can't see it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I got lucky. Oh, well. If Akemi's still on. I was speaking to my lovely friend Akemi the other week, and I was talking to her about how much of a hobo I looked, and then realized that the back of my head was literally matted with something. So if that's how I summarize this quarantine, that's about it. My hair becoming matted. Why is everyone talking about tea? I'm not a tea fan. I'm not really a breakfast tea fan, but I like I don't mind like herbal teas. I'm getting into that, and if I have like a cold or something, I drink like lemon and honey. So I'm slowly getting into that, but yeah, breakfast tea is still not my thing, and definitely not coffee. I think we're just adding the icing sugar now. So I need a sieve. Bit of residual flour in the sieve, but that's okay. Just make sure I get all the bits out. Everyone's offended by my distaste of tea. I know I'm British, but not all British people actually like tea. And I am one of them. I also don't like Jaffa cakes, which is like even more horrifying if you're a British person. But yeah, I'm going through this trouble because sifting your icing sugar is pretty important, because icing sugar is one of the worst things for like causing lumps in your frosting. So I always just sift it just to make sure. I think I use like 2 to 3 cups of icing sugar. So I'm probably gonna have to use this whole bag. Yeah. Just depends on how sweet you like your icing. But I'm just gonna do it a little bit at a time because I don't want to cover my kitchen in icing sugar, as is happening already. So what I do is pour a little bit into the sieve, and then I just try and push it through with a spoon. I already see it's like going crazy. I hope I have enough icing sugar for this, actually. I'm just thinking. I think I do. But I did just like double all the ingredients, and now I'm worried I don't have enough. Once you've sifted that, then just gently stir it in with a spoon first before you put it into the mixer. I usually just do this outside, so I don't cover my icing, so I don't cover my kitchen in sugar, but then you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing, so you're welcome. Take this, that should be better. Okay. Once that's mostly mixed through, put this back on here. And basically, we just repeat this process until you have icing that is your desired sweetness and texture. So enjoy this next 10 minutes whilst I do that. Hey, TT.
Yeah.
Do you want to help me for a minute?
Sure. Yeesh.
I don't think I have enough icing sugar. So I'm going to pop over to Claire's and see if she's got any.
All right.
Do you want to like sift this through whilst I do that?
Sure.
And chat to my
Wait a minute. So how do you, do I need like a thing?
Use a spoon and just like gently like sift it through.
Okay.
They've just watched me do it, so they'll tell you what to do.
All right, cool.
I'm back in.
Hey guys. TT shows up and there's immediate confusion. Accurate. Now you leave me to do this stuff? Wah. Wah. Am I going to be doing any Fenrir soon? I am planning on doing some Fenrir soon. Where's when? I feel like I'm just moving it around. Like I don't feel like it's doing much. Am I doing it like too aggressively? Am I supposed to be like super soft with it? Is this even working? Jess, do this thing for me. TT, distracted by chat. Accurate. It's just hard to do multiple things. It's hard to do one thing at once, let alone two things at once. You got it!
Oh, that was the
Yay.
luckiest thing ever.
I didn't do a very good job of sifting because I was looking at the chat and I can't do things at once. Am I supposed to be doing this more aggressively? Like I'm just kind of like very, very lightly moving it around.
I mean, that will get the job done in about 3 times the time, but yeah.
I didn't know.
You know, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Good job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys, that was like, you are lucky because I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have enough icing sugar because I wouldn't have been able to ice the cake. We're just going to, thank you. Thank you, Mary Berry.
Nice light.
Thank you, Mary Berry.
The Mary Berry gods.
She really does watch over me when I'm doing things like this. I feel really bad because I'm like focusing so hard on making the cake I keep like forgetting to look at the chat. So I hope you're having a nice time chatting to each other.
I love frosting.
I know you do. I'm just accepting the fact that I'm just gonna have to clean every surface in this kitchen after this. I'm trying to like not
get it everywhere.
Yeah, but it's not gonna work.
My favorite thing, I love the end pieces of cake, like the corner end pieces, because you get the most amount of frosting. I'm that bitch.
Frosting over fondant, always.
Oh God, fondant's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Fondant's gross.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Do you like tea and Jaffa cakes? I like tea. I don't know about Jaffa cakes. I'm kind of like iffy on Jaffa cakes. They got that weird spongy.
Cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're kind of like weirdly spongy, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, I don't know if any of you were on the TikTok live that we did a few weeks ago, but on it, I discovered that TT doesn't know what a flake is. You know, like a chocolate flake that you have in ice cream? She just had no idea what it was. So I went to the shop the other day and got like flake ice creams. Obviously, they're not as good as the ones you get in the ice cream van. But you know the ones, they're kind of like cornettos and they have a flake in it. I just got it so TT could
try
know what a flake was. And you tried one and I thought you liked it. And then I offered you one last night and you went, eh! My heart shattered.
It's just kind of like...
Okay, I admit it's not groundbreaking.
It's just kind of thin, wispy chocolate.
Yeah. But it's important.
And it's one of those things that's kind of weird in the ice cream because the ice cream's cold and then you got this like weird like crunchy waxy chocolate.
I'm sorry, waxy? It's not waxy. American chocolate is waxy. Get out of my kitchen.
I'm going.
I don't know why I even bother to ask. Okay, this is looking good. Spatula. Definitely. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Oh wow, that's very chocolatey though. Okay, no, it needs more. Like the instant like taste I got was like, oh, that's sweet, and then it was like punched in the face with chocolate. So I'm glad my family likes chocolate because this is one hell of a chocolate cake. Oh god, it just went on my nose. You can see this is kind of what it's looking like. Definitely need to use the rest of that packet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might not need as much icing sugar as I thought I did, but we'll see. Just have to keep tasting. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you agree with me that TT's taste in chocolate is abysmal. It's just, I just couldn't understand someone not knowing what a flake was. And I've never had to describe what a flake was to anyone in my life. So when I was trying to be like, oh, it's like layers of chocolate, she was like, a Kit Kat. I'm like, no, not a Kit Kat. It's just chocolate. But then I realized TT has tried a twirl before, and twirl is basically a flake covered in more chocolate. So we got the idea, but oh no, I've lost all my clean spoons. Wait, where did my spoon go? Did I use the wrong one? I'm always using... Okay, well, I don't even have a spoon in here. Oh my god. Wash up and then get another spoon. Oh. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this. As I said, not a very clear tutorial. Yeah. If you're bored this Saturday afternoon and want to hang out with me, thank you for being here. How many people? Oh wow, I've got 87 people. That's nice. Hi. Crunchies. Oh, I haven't tried a crunchy in a really long time. And I don't think I liked it. But I do really like honeycomb. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try a crunchy again. I'm not sure. Titi really likes crunchies. Titi got crunchies at the last PO box, I think. So we know that Titi likes crunchies, so not all hope is lost. Okay. Slowly folding in the sugar. I should do a UK sweets tasting video. That would be fun. I don't like it. I think, what's my favorite chocolate in the UK? I like Maltesers. Maltesers are good. What else are quintessentially British? Oh, I made Titi have last time Titi was here in April last year, I made them have a dip dab. You know those sherbet lolly things? We had those. I haven't had one of those since I was a kid either. What are I think penny sweets are what I think of when I think of British candy. Because you'd always go to the corner shop and you'd have a pound or whatever, and you go to the person and you'd choose out all your little penny sweets, right? I did actually get some so Titi made me try those Sour Patch Kid things once, and I was vastly offended because they weren't sour at all and I didn't like them, and they were really gooey, and I just wasn't a fan of the texture. But I got some of these those Haribo Tang plastic things when we were at the shops last, and I made Titi try them, and Titi was like, "Oh, I don't like them." But we were we were in bed watching The Office last night, and Titi just kept sneaking them. So Tang plastics were a win. Oh. This might be enough icing sugar now. Just scrape the bottom. Always that sneaky bit of icing sugar at the bottom. We are done. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of milk, just a couple, just a tiny splash, just to loosen it up a bit. See how that goes. So that was probably about 600 grams of icing sugar for reference. Oh, hell yeah. It looks so good. Okay. Ta-da! That's kind of the consistency that we're looking at. So it's very chocolatey, but that's what we wanted. I'm covered in so much chocolate. Okay. Let's try and clean up a little bit. Okay. So icing down here. This is the point we grab our turntable. And also, whatever you're going to put the cake on, I usually use these like little like cake boards. Wow, that's sunny. You can use a plate or like this I just got from Asda for like £1. If you've got like a really big cake, you can get like cake boards that are like thicker that will support the weight better. But this will do me nicely. What you're going to do is get your spatula with some icing on it and just put a little bit here. There we go. You see me right? So got a little bit of icing on there. Now I just got to work out what order I want my layers in. Clean up a bit. By clean up, I mean moving things around. Go on. Yep. So get one of the bottom layers of your cakes, pop it on there. Make sure it's flattened down properly and make sure it's in the middle, which I think this one is. Then I'm just going to start layering. So, actually no, before that, I'm going to put, where is my thing? I'm going to put salted caramel in between each layer. I usually make my own, but I couldn't be bothered this time. I do have a little bit of my own actually, but this is from the last time I made salted caramel, and I still have a little bit left, but I'm a bit worried that, I don't know, how long does salted caramel last? But anyway, it's not enough, so I'm going to heat up this. Oh no, I'm going to need TT to open this for me. I think I've got carpal tunnel or something in my hand at the minute. My hands are really like weak and very sore, and I don't know what's going on, but I can't open anything. TT! Can you open a jar for me?
What?
Could you open this jar for me? Thank you. You in the bedroom?
Huh?
You in the bedroom? It sounds like you're in the bathroom.
No, I'm in the bedroom.
Oh, okay, it sounds like you're coming out of the bathroom each time.
As I come in to open this and it does not work!
Okay, so it's not just me.
What the hell?
Okay, sometimes
Nope.
if you bang it on the counter, it works. Oh. Wow.
That was bound to happen.
Was it? Was it?
With me in the kitchen, yes.
That was a save. Only a tiny bit went on the floor. I caught most of that. Tasty? Yeah. Ooh. So thank you for that.
Can I have some pasty?
Yeah, try it. What do you think?
Mm.
Where's my towel gone? Here. Is it good? Does that mean good?
Yes. Yummy.
Okay, opinion. Wow, that's bright. Do I put the salted caramel on the sponge and then the icing on? Or do I put the icing on and then create like a rim and then put it in the middle?
This is terrifying.
What's terrifying? Well, you do that, it is. Salted caramel. Now's my chance. Oh god, that is scary. You put the caramel on first. Caramel on the sponge. Okay. Okay. That's what I was gonna stop. That's what I was gonna do. Freaking crazy person. Okay. So we can see that it's. I was gonna warm this up because I thought it would be too hard, but really it's very fluid. So
Very pliable.
yes.
Ooh, yummy.
Gonna put a good layer on. And then look, I can spin it like this.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fancy. Honestly, turntables is just my favorite thing.
Mm.
Thank you. See, like that. And then we're going to put the icing on. So just get a big dollop. Like that. And try not to like squeeze any of the caramel out, but yeah. I don't like a huge amount of icing in the middle of cakes. Like some cakes you see have like that much like icing in between each layer. I don't like a huge amount because then it's just like too sweet, especially as like the icing is so rich that we've just made. So about this much is good. Just keeping an eye on my neighbors. And if stuff, some of the icing like hangs out of the edge, that's fine because we're going to clean that up in a minute. So next layer. Our nice even cake layers. So we're just going to try and make sure that that's in line with the other one. And then more caramel. See, this is the fun bit. Okay, everyone's liking it, cool. I hope my parents let me like take some of this back home. Because obviously it's for like my dad and my sister, but I want to take some home. And dollop. And spread it out. What time is it? 20 past. I forgot what the 24-hour clock was or what it. It's 20. Okay, we haven't. It's only been an hour and then 20 minutes. That's not very long. We're making good time. This does, I'm going to do a crumb coat in a minute, and it does need to go into the fridge for like, oh, that's a good point. How am I going to fit this into my fridge? I think I'm going to have to take some stuff out. Can you tell I'm like super prepared? Okay. So that's that layer. And then the next layer of cake. And then this is the last layer of salted caramel. Good thing more of it didn't spill, otherwise I wouldn't have had enough. Again, it's super easy to make your own salted caramel sauce, but I just honestly just couldn't bear it. Too much work. Okay. Last layer of frosting on here. I'm so glad, like, we've been doing I know I haven't been doing like live streams on YouTube very much, but we've been doing quite a lot of like random TikTok live streams whenever we've been cooking or like baking cookies or something. And it's really hard because TikTok will immediately like suspend you if you show a knife. But I'm cooking, right? So I'm like trying to do these like live streams on TikTok and just, yeah, no knives allowed. Heaven forbid you use a knife when cooking. Need a bit more. Okay, and then for the last layer, this is like the bottom of the second cake. I'm going to turn it upside down so I have a flat top. So let's not break this. When you cut your cake layers, it's really important for them to be completely cooled down. So these have been in the fridge for like a day, but they definitely need to be in the fridge or freezer for a couple of hours before you even try and attempt to handle them. Otherwise they'll just break. And then take that one off. And we have a nice flat top. Ta-da! Okay. Right, that's counter. Can you guys still see me okay? I know it's like really bright, but is the lighting okay? I can try and my blind on this window is stuck like halfway down, but I can try and pull it down if I need to. Just let me know. I can probably like just move this way a bit. There we go. Is that better? Okay. So now I need my scraper, and I'm going to use this to just scrape any icing that's like on the outside, and then I'm going to add a bit more icing and do a crumb coat. And this does kind of what the name is, and it locks all of the crumbs into the first layer of icing. So when you do your next layer of icing, you haven't got all these like black crumbs in it. It doesn't really matter, but it's just a thing. So the idea is to take your icing and paste it on the outside. It can be super messy. And then if your layers are a little bit wonky like mine are, it like fills in those as well. And you basically just get like nice straight sides. So let's start off with that. Okay. And then just keep this as straight as you can. Keep the bottom of it like flush with the cake board, and that will help keep it straight. And you just scrape the icing all the way around and get a nice straight cake like that. Actually, that's a little bit wonky. But honestly, as long as this cake tastes good, I'm not too bothered. That's pretty straight. And then just take a knife and fill in the areas we missed, like at the bottom. Sorry, I really can't see at the minute any of the comments. I promise I will scroll up in a minute and have a look, but yeah, if you ask me some questions now, once I finish this crumb coat and put it in the fridge, I'll spend some time answering some of your questions. Okay, and we'll do one more pass around. And if the board gets really dirty, don't worry, because at the end we're gonna clean it up. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, messing around with makeup.
What sort of makeup?
Makeup?
For serious?
Nope.
No? Are you getting into Fenrir now?
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta do the top as well. Hi, Boo Boo. Has Boo Boo been in the bedroom the whole time?
Yeah, he's been in here.
Oh. Ta-da. So this is what we call our crumb coat. And this layer, again, really doesn't have to be perfect. Literally, the only function of it is to lock in the crumbs. It's much easier to make this like look neat and tidy once it's been in the fridge, because the frosting's much easier to scrape away and work with. Okay. So this is the first layer. I'm not gonna put it in the fridge. I'm gonna make some space in my fridge. Move it outside, baby. There you go. Okay, we've got quite a lot of room in the fridge. Is this cake too tall for that layer? Let me check. This is the point where I drop the cake. No, I won't. Ah, perfecto. Okay. Into the fridge. Done. This So yeah, it looks really like complicated, but it's actually not. As long as you have like those key things, like your bench scraper. Although I'm not like there's what's that? I thought that was a duck. It's just a very okay. There's a pigeon that looks a lot like a duck in front of me right now. What was I saying? You need some like basic tools like that scraper. But I used what did I use before? I used like the side of a packet ones. Like as long as you have something with a straight edge and a 90-degree, you're fine. Try to move this other way so I can talk to you. I'm gonna get my glasses so I can see. Oh, so bright. There we go. Hi, guys. I have chocolate on my chest. Oh, thank you. How long has that been there? Everyone's just like, Jess! Okay, looking at these questions. Next time I make a vanilla buttercream, dye it Tonks purple. That's a good idea. Although purple is a very, very hard color to dye things. I don't know why. Oh no, my battery's low. Oh. I'll take you over here. One second. There we go. Now you're not all blinded by the light. I can see ta-da. Cool. Now it's really dark. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna answer some of these questions. Everyone started freaking out because they heard you said you were doing a Fenrir. Poor Titi is getting into costume to play Fenrir for literally 2 gifts, right? We've had this series in Titi's drafts for like over a year. And every time Titi like gets into makeup for Fenrir for something else, she's like, oh, I've got to film those gifts for that thing. And she never does. So in order to get this out, Titi's having to put on Fenrir makeup for 2 gifts. Rest in peace. Yes, you get cake and Fenrir, you lucky things. My favorite American snack / food? Jerky. Because Britain has really bad jerky. We just don't really eat jerky in general. But when I went to America in November, we did like a road trip to Las Vegas. And back when we were allowed to go somewhere. And they got like 3 huge packs of jerky for the journey. And I was like, what? And it's actually really good. So Titi brought me a bunch of jerky over this time around. But yeah, I'm a fan of jerky apparently. Who knew? Do I like herbal teas? Yes, I think I like peppermint tea. And Titi's actually been drinking nettle tea, like literal like nettles, because it's meant to really help with like inflammation. And Titi's slightly allergic to Ollie. But you really haven't been suffering very much, have you?
No, I haven't had any issues this time.
Yeah, so nettle tea for allergies. Do I like mild drinks? Not really. I don't really like hot drinks, which is why tea is a bit of a meh. But we're getting used to it. Please don't drop the cake. I did not. Apple cider cake. That sounds really good. I made like a spiced bundt cake for New Year's Eve, which was really good. It reminds you of the cake in Matilda. You know what? yeah, let's call this like chocolate Matilda cake because it's about the most chocolatest cake I've made. Like especially because of the new cocoa powder that I got. My favorite marauder, Remus. Obviously. Just all the comments about the chocolate on my chest. Staring at my chest, guys. The next thing we're putting on Tumblr. We've got several things. One, the first one up is the series TT's currently putting on makeup for Fenrir for, the 2 gifts. Can I give them like a summary or can I tell them the gist of what the series is? Basically, if you liked the Baby Marauders series that TT's just did, and if you like the Lupin family, you're going to really like this series. So that's going out on TT's Tumblr, what, next week, do you think?
Probably, if I can get this done,
Yeah. Which will be fun. And we've been waiting to post this series that I've been filming, which is like, I've talked about it, it's like the mini in-between series between Never Doubt and the next installment of the Rumadora thing. It's basically the next, I don't want to call it Never Doubt 2 because it's only 4 parts. Whereas like Never Doubt 2 is like 16 parts at the minute. But it's like, it's the meet the parents kind of thing. It's Remus and Tongs having dinner with the Tongs family. So that's going to be up next month in June, which also happens to be my birthday month. So that's accurate. Am I excited for the... Oh, I heard Percy Jackson's getting like a TV series made on Disney+. I think I read the first 2 books when I was like 12 or 13, but I didn't get into like the series. But I've heard it's really good, but I'm a bit intimidated by how long the series is. But you know what? After I finish the Raven Cycle, I think I'm going to be really like desperate for like a book series to start reading. So maybe the Percy Jackson series would be a good idea because, yeah, I'm getting back into reading at the minute, which is really nice. Book recommendations. The Raven Cycle, because that's the only book I'm reading. If you want like a non-fiction book that me and TT have been reading, TT's talked a little bit about it on like a couple of lives and on Instagram. Actually, I'll show it to you. I've got it right over here. Yeah, the book I'm going to read at the minute is happens to be called Burnout, and it's by an author called Emily Nagoski and her sister. Wow, my dress is coming undone. But we just read a book by Emily Nagoski called Come As You Are, and it's basically about like female sexuality, but it's got a lot to do with like mental health in it and about, you know, like female biology, and like it's basically a really, really nicely written book by, you know, a professor who is clearly a giant nerd, because within the first chapter she was talking about Drarry fan fiction. But I think, and I kind of like made TT read it because TT grew up in Utah, where there is like sex education is not existent, but it's not existent in most of the Western world, to be honest. Like my sex education as a person going to secondary school was just horrific, and it's nothing about like you get taught the very basic facts of like science, right? But nothing about why or how like male and female like bodies are different. And so I think because most of our sex education and our biology like lessons in life are very much centered around men, cis men specifically, it often makes women feel, or, you know, people with female parts very ostracized, because, you know, biologically we're she says it in the book, we're the same parts but different orders, right? So if you look at like male and female genitalia, and of course this is very purely about like genitalia, and so I know that like she does write at the beginning of the book that it's it's not really a trans inclusive book because the research on like trans people involved in this
funding for the research
is non-existent. I mean, there's barely any research on female sexuality, so let alone like, it would be amazing if they could move into like, non-binary and transsexual experiences, but unfortunately not. So she is very like upfront about, I'm going to be talking a lot about like genitals here, and unfortunately I'm having to use gendered language, and because of the research there's no like research into people who fall outside of that. But I think if you don't experience like severe dysphoria when people talk about like genitalia in terms of like male and female, it's a really good book to read, just in terms of like explaining that it's basically like you are normal, and you might feel this way and you're made to feel abnormal for it, but that's not the truth, and this is why. And what I really liked about it was that it was just so much about mental health as well, is because mental health affects us like biologically and sexually all the time, and people don't really understand that. People think they're wrong or bad. So she was talking a lot about the stress cycle and how to manage it, and obviously at the minute both of us are pretty stressed because it's a weird like situation in the world at the minute. So that in particular I found really useful. So I got this book which is specifically about what she was talking about regarding the stress cycle and how to like complete the stress cycle. What a lot of people do, which I read, is, and I'm sure we're all guilty of it, is when we're stressed or when we're panicking or feeling upset or sad, we don't validate ourselves, and we're kind of going, oh, there's nothing quite wrong enough for me to be feeling this way. And what she says was like, we often stop ourselves in the middle of the stress cycle. I'm aware this is a very long tangent, but bear with me. And we stop ourselves in the middle of the stress cycle, so we don't get to complete it for ourselves. And that's why we get anxiety and have all this buildup of like residual fear and stress, because we're not letting ourselves feel it. So that really helped me in terms of like going, oh, okay, so when I'm sad and when I'm anxious, I should actually just let myself feel that way, So stuff you can do, that's what I really like about this book and the other book. It actually gives you things to do to complete the stress cycle for yourself. It's not just like, you need to let yourself be sad, because that's easier said than done. But doing things like baking and doing things like talking to people or reading or taking a shower, things that ground you back in reality, or actually like let you take a step back from like your internal dialogue, help you complete that stress cycle. Or crying, like if you are sad, you should cry about it instead of like trying to hold back or only half crying, because you don't get to complete your stress cycle. So Burnout, The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle. That is the book I am reading at the minute as well. And I think lots of people could benefit from it. So I'd highly recommend. She's a very funny writer. She has a really colloquial way of writing. It's not like a book that you're reading going, what is she talking about? Like all the like scientific jargon and stuff. So yeah. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but I really like books that have big text, because I'm blind, and I like big, like flexible books. Like this is like a paperback, but it's like a really like flippy book. Does that make sense? It just the tactileness of this book really pleases me. So but the contents of the book is why you should read it. That was a really long rant. But me and Hidi are really like, everyone needs to read this book. So yeah, if this is something that you think you'd be interested in, I'd recommend it. I will scroll back now to read the other. Did you just post something, Fenrir?
Yeah.
People are saying they got a notification.
I posted something on Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Oh, people are just freaking out that it's next week. Where did I get my earrings? I got my earrings from ASOS. They're called like Monkey. I think like the brand is called like Monkey or something. Monki. I think that's how you say it. Why is everyone talking about the Cat in the Hat movie? Huh?
What?
Everyone's talking about the Cat in the Hat movie, for be honest, but do I ever just put on the makeup for a character, film what you need to film, and then just not take it off? Sometimes, But most of the time I like take it off as soon as I can because I don't actually like enjoy wearing character makeup. Although when I was playing Andromeda like a couple weeks ago, I did just like sit in my room for a while as an old lady. So that was fun. Have I seen the BBC series Trigonometry? I haven't. I don't. Is that about maths? It sounds mathematical. Oh, you're reading his Dark Materials? I should read that as well. Apparently that's very good. Do I think the HBRP community is dying on Tumblr? No, because I know like people aren't really using Tumblr as much as like, you know, the big booming kind of like times of like 2016, 2017. But the community is a community and people who enjoy HBRP are always going to be in it. So I don't think there's like a fear of it dying out because it's always going to be there for people who want to be a part of it. People drop in and out of the community all the time and have done since it started like 4 years ago. So it's easy to get like, oh no, it's dying out, or oh no, it's not as active as it used to be. But like any online community, it goes in like waves. So if you enjoy the community and you want to be part of it, then you don't need to like not do stuff because you think it's dying out. Because me and TD is obviously still doing stuff. And
best way to bring a community back is to do it.
Exactly. And me and TD are still doing stuff. So
let's put it this way: there was no community when I started, so
yeah, TD started with just themselves. So can I repeat the name of the book? Yes, it is called, so this one is called Burnout by Emily Nagoski and Amelia Nagoski. And then the other one I was talking about is called Come As You Are, which is also by Emily Nagoski. If you forget the name, just send me a message on Instagram or Tumblr and I'll tell you. I need some water. I'm sounding like a friggin' croggy. You know what I mean. Are you in Fenrir makeup yet?
almost. What time is it?
It's 10 to 5. I have cake scraps here. And I have icing. I want to try the cake with the icing. Yes.
Wait, what?
Everything I say nowadays, TT turns into a TikTok sound. Cake is so good. Oh, bye. A couple of people are leaving. Bye. Sorry, this is a pretty long live stream. Thank you for staying and watching. I'm really done. Need a bit longer. You want to be able to like. You want to be able to touch. Whoa!
The camera was on a different side of the kitchen.
You want to be able to touch the icing on the cake without like it denting. You want it to be that sort of hardness. I freaking love these. And they're like, they're just like, you attach them either side, right?
Mm-hmm. Where's got boobs?
Everyone's terrified.
You should be.
You don't have the scar though, right?
Huh?
You don't have the scar on the eye yet, no. Oh, you have that one, but like not the...
Well, it's
yeah.
Before that.
Eating the icing. I'm not going to have enough. Eat it off the beater.
Okay.
Try it with the cake.
Mm.
It's so good with the cake.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, you're really scary, huh? Friendly Fenrir is scarier than Fenrir himself.
This is the James Fenrir.
Huh?
James Fenrir.
Oh, from If I Could See Your Face. I've never done a masker in Fenrir before.
Wait, remember how we said we were going to try that?
Since when?
You were going to do like a completely different version that was like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Okay,
that'd be so sick.
Maybe.
Wait. God, I love frosting! Frosting's my favorite! Bye, guys.
Fenrir with 2 eyes, I know. Oh, getting like, you know, when you eat too much sugar and it's like in your jaw. Okay, I think this is okay. Okay, let me just, you can watch me if you like. I'm gonna climb onto my counter and try and.
Do you want me to reach something for you?
No, I can do it. Ugh. See, this doesn't like pull down, so I need to like thread it back. Ah, my lovely old house and its quirks. I should just get new blinds, but you know, priorities. There we go. Ugh. When you're small, your entire life is just spent like this, okay? You learn to climb onto counters from a very young age when you're this height. You know what my favorite thing about the Raven cycle is? The fact that Blue is like the same height as me. She's like just shy of 5 foot, and I was just like, yes, vindication. Okay. Oh, bit blurry. There we go. Ta-da.
Where's the...
Huh?
Where's the hair thing?
I think I have. Wait.
The gray one. That's what I need to. Do you know that?
What? You're wearing. You were wearing yesterday?
Or do you have like a red one?
No. I don't think so. Sorry. TT's being secretive. Oops. I just got frosting on the floor. Okay. Cake. So we're literally just doing the exact same thing again. And then we're going to add some fun sprinkles. case you hadn't wondered, in case you hadn't noticed, I can't read lips. So Titi often tries to like mouth things to me. I can't read lips, Titi.
What?
I can't read lips. You know this. It stresses me out. Okay. So we have a pretty thick layer of frosting all the way around this cake now. And then we're going to smooth it out because it looks crazy right now. Oh, itchy nose. Oh. Okay. See how that goes? Boom. Hold on, let me move to the side a little bit. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? Cool. And then you just basically want to scrape off the icing. So I'm just like swiping it and then there we go. See? And you get smooth sides like that. And then at this point, if you were doing like this side, you'd scrape it now and get like the lines. And then you put it in the freezer for like a good long while. So it's like really, really hard. And then you put like a different kind of frosting and do the same thing. So you'd fill in the stripes. But we're not going to do that today. Okay. Oh no. I always do that. I always put my finger in it at the end. That's pretty much it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect is boring. I'm just going to get a knife and flatten this bit. I always find the top really hard to do. I don't know how people like on TikTok and like Instagram get these like really neat tops. But also I don't really mind because I'm going to cover it in sprinkles anyway. So not really an issue. So everyone's shouting at Edith to go to sleep. Edith, go sleep. So, yeah, it's a little bit janky, but it's basically how we doing. How does this look, TT? How does this look? Okay. And we've got lots of frosting left over for TT to eat. Ta-da! Now I'm going to jazz it up with sprinkles. Got these fun rainbow ones. They're like birthday cake sprinkles. Can you see? So open them up.
You guys want to see some top tier closet cosplay? This is your shirt, by the way.
My shirt? Is that my pajama top on your head? Oh my god!
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. Everyone wants to see me.
I couldn't find a bandana, so now I've got Jess's shirt wrapped around my head.
Turn around.
This is
Turn around. What is that?
top tier closet cosplay right here.
Oh my god. Dear my god. Anyway, I'm gonna sprinkle these sprinkles on the cake around the edges. Why does any live stream I do just get completely derailed by you cosplaying? These are rolling off, but never mind. These are so cute. Like the little stars. The more sprinkles, the better. They are going everywhere. I should have done this with like a tray underneath or something, but never mind. Hindsight is a blessing. These are so cool. Okay, I think we're done. The last thing I have is, what do I have? I have this pretty cake decoration. It's like a wooden cutout of a happy birthday. Like that, see? Need to make sure which side is the best. Okay. I think this side. I think this side. So. Kitty. Oh, this is the right way to me, but it's backwards to you. So actually, it's the right way. That's funny. Happy birthday! Ta-da! Birthday cake. I wish I could cut it open and show you what it looks like, but I'll show you later when I get pictures. Thanks, guys. I like it. You want to see? Titi.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. I love it.
So scary. Wow, that's just over 2 hours. That's pretty good. Thank you so much for keeping me company whilst I did this. This was really fun. For all of those who are being told to go to sleep, go to sleep. For those being told to take care of yourself, take care of yourself. I'm glad I've got like several moms in the chat doing my job for me. But yeah, thank you guys. I wish I could give all of you some cake, but I can't. But know that in my heart, I'm giving you cake. But I hope you have a really good weekend and the rest of your day. And I hope you're staying safe and looking after yourselves and you're happy and healthy and all that jazz. And yeah, I'll speak to you next time, hopefully. Look out for the stuff that we're posting on Tumblr and let me know what you think. And if you're not on my Patreon and you want to see more of stuff like that, I do some baking stuff on Patreon. So, but yeah. Thanks, guys. I never know how to end these. I don't actually want to go. I want to stay and chat, but I need to clean my kitchen. So have a lovely day. And oh, my laptop's about to die anyway. So good time. Have a lovely day and eat cake and be happy. Bye.